Mitch, I want to talk to you about the stern warning that Supreme Court got this week from some Senate Democrats.
Yeah, it was great that Jonah teed up the Supreme Court, because that is the next topic. This is dealing with a gun law out of New York that has been going through the courts and could be on its way to the U.S. Supreme Court. And a group of 5 Senate Democrats led by Rhode Island's Sheldon Whitehouse basically filed a brief in this case telling the Supreme Court, you, Supreme Court, are not well. You have become too ideological, too partisan. You don't have what it takes to deal with this case, and you shouldn't rule in a way that would throw out this New York gun law, basically sort of threatening the Supreme Court that if you act in a way that we don't like, that we're going to go forward with some of these talks about packing the court or making some changes that would limit the Supreme Court's power in the future. The interesting thing to me about this is that when Senator Whitehouse and the others were talking about the ideologically partisan rulings from the Supreme Court, they must not have been paying attention to the past year on the court. It has a 5-4 conservative versus liberal block, but if you look at the 5-4 rulings that came down, there were 7 rulings in the past year that were the 5 conservatives against the 4 liberals, but there were 10 rulings in which the 5 were the 4 liberals plus 1 of the conservatives. So there is a shifting coalition on that U.S. Supreme Court, as we have seen in the past on the North Carolina Supreme Court. This is a case from these 5 Democrats that is certainly not well made.